Hello to all CBSE and ICSE board class 5 and 6 students. Today's subject is biology and today I'm going to discuss the components of food. Actually, in our daily life we take different types of food. So if we don't take food for several days, then slowly we'll become weaker and as a result we won't be able to do more activities. So food is necessary for the proper growth and development of our body and to do the daily activities of our life. And food is very important for the survival of every living creatures. Actually, in a food, basically we can get 5 components which are very important for our body: carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals and vitamins. So beside those 5 components, we also needed roughage and water. So my first components are carbohydrates and fats. Carbohydrates and fats are called energy giving food. So what are carbohydrates? Actually, carbohydrates are the compounds. It is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and carbohydrates are formed in plants during photosynthesis. So what are the different types of carbohydrates? There are 3 types of carbohydrates: sugars, starch and cellulose. So we can get sugars from glucose, fructose, sucrose, jaggery, etc., and starch from rice, wheat, potatoes and maize, and cellulose from roughage. So what is fats? Actually, fats are also called energy giving food, and we also get fats from meat, fish, eggs and nuts. So student, in this point you have to keep in your mind some basic points. So fat is called energy bank in our body. Why fat is called energy bank in our body? Because excess fat stored in our body and it is used by our body when it is required, and excess fat leads to the obesity, and obesity means weight gain. So student, what are the functions of fats? Actually, fats give flavor and taste to our food, and fats are essential for the absorption of vitamins A, D, E and K. Here also some points keep in your mind. There are some animals like whale, camel, polar bear. They store fat in their bodies for future use. Okay, so my next component is protein. So what are proteins? Actually, proteins are called body building food. Why proteins are called bodybuilding foods? Because they helps us to build our body, and it is a complex organic compounds, and it contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. And some proteins also contain sulfur, phosphorus and some metals. And a protein molecule is generally made up of a large number of smaller molecules which are called amino acids. And in our human body there are 20 different amino acids, and our 20% of our body is made up of proteins. So we can get this protein in our muscles, skin, nails, hair, etc. So what are the sources of proteins? Actually, there are 2 sources of proteins: vegetable proteins and animal proteins. Proteins which we can get from vegetables are called vegetable proteins, like pulses, ground nuts, beans, etc. Whereas animal proteins we get from animals like milk, fish, etc. So what are the function of proteins? Actually, protein helps in digestion, protein helps us for the growth of our body, and protein repairs the tissue, and protein catalyzing certain biochemical processes. So student, that's all for today. Next day I'll discuss about vitamins and minerals deficiency disease and lifestyle diseases. Okay, till then, bye.